Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen and today is a super fun video. So my kids are home from school right now, so anytime I do crafting, normally shopping, they are with, but my oldest daughter, Scarlett, was out with my mom and I asked her, I said, hey, like, I have some things going on, like we had birthday parties and things like that for my youngest. So I was like, hey, like if I give you some money, will you just pick me up a couple like items from Dollar Tree. I did not participate in the mystery box challenge in June that I normally do. So I'm like, hey, like why don't you just go pick up a few items for me at Dollar Tree and then I will do a video. So here we are. So there's gonna be, it was like an anything goes Dollar Tree, like it could be something off the wall crazy. It could be something that I really like and I would really use. Okay, so we are going to see what's inside my bag here. So the first thing is this mirror. We all love these mirrors. I actually have never used one of these, so we'll see how this goes. Some buttons. We have sunglasses. This little home sweet home sign, that's actually really cute. This little wood frame here, I love this. This is super new to my Dollar Tree and you can really create anything with a wooden sign like this. A fish. We have pinto beans. So we will definitely see what I can come up with pinto beans. A really cute home sweet home window sign. And then we have a yellow vase. So that is what was in my mystery secret fun Dollar Tree bag for my daughter. So now we are going to see what I create with her items. Also, I know people are going to be like, why isn't she on your channel? Why is she not in this video? And she honestly, she's getting older. When I first started this channel, she was a lot younger and I don't know, she's getting older. She doesn't want to be on here and I totally respect that. So anyways, we're gonna see what I can make with the items my 11-year-old daughter picked out for me. So let's go. So the first thing in my box I'm going to use is this Home Sweet Home, and I'm going to be using the Waverly chalk paint in ink to cover those birds up. I'm making this very simple, very black, very white, very farmhouse. Actually, there's no white in this. I don't know why I said white, but wood. So I'm going to be taking that Home Sweet Home sign along with that square wood sign, and I'm going to be gluing the Home Sweet Home right on top because I'm going to be making a little pocket for some greenery. So I keep it pretty simple in my home when I decorate, so you're going to see that I make things pretty basic and pretty simple, but you can add whatever you want to this. You can use whatever colors, you can add different florals. I'm just going to be going with a boxwood from Walmart, and I had a ton of pieces already cut up, and this is what it looks like when it's done. Next one, I'm going to be using that little window. I'm going to be popping that Home Sweet Home sign right off, and I'm going to be adding a crate. I'm just going back in with the Waverly chalk paint ink to paint the crate. Now, I think I picked this crate up at Michael's. You can find them at Dollar Tree. I have yet to find some in a really long time, but Michael's has them for 99 cents, and then if you use a 20% off coupon, I think they're just under 90 cents a piece. I'm just hot gluing the crate to the front of this little window, and I'm putting that Home Sweet Home sign on the crate, and then just adding some of my favorite greenery on here. And then to top this off, I did want to do a little bit of dry brushing just to kind of make that Home Sweet Home sign look just a little more that it was supposed to and it belonged there. So just dry brushing with some Waverly chalk paint in white. Okay, so for these sunglasses, I decided to pop the lenses out of these. I was trying to think of something to do with the flowers, although I don't think that I would have been able to cut correctly around those. So I went with the lenses on these sunglasses. And my daughter, Scarlett, she actually helped me come up with this idea, which was funny because she picked out the items, yet she also wanted to help me do this. She always comes up with some like brilliant ideas. Even when I do the mystery box challenge every other month, if you guys don't know what that is, I participate in a mystery box. Courtney from Crave on the Cheap came up with it, and this was just one of the months that I did not do it. And like I said, this was just a really fun thing that Scarlett got to do for me, and then she sat with me while I did some DIYs and helped me come up with some really brilliant ideas. So I will give her all the credit on this, although this was one of the harder items that she purchased for me. So I'm using Chocateur for the middles of those lenses. They're like a mini farmhouse transfer. The Chocateur is reusable, and then I also just grabbed these little galvanized buckets from the Dollar Tree as well, and then I'm just gluing those little sunglass lenses on here with the Chocateur transfers, and then just adding some florals. I had so many greenery and so many florals in a bin that were already cut up, so I just kind of threw things together. But I love the way that these little I was gonna call them bins, but I love the way these little buckets turned out. This next one, I'm using one of these wall shelves, and I really just wanted it for the wood. You could stain these, you could paint them. I am just going in with the Waverly chalk paint in white and painting the front side and the back side. And then this is where those buttons come into place. I'm just going to be using 4 of these buttons. I do not like buttons whatsoever. I'm also going to be using this acrylic paint. This is by Arteza, and it did need several coats to cover this. And then once that was dry, I just hot glued the buttons to the corners of where those little holes were hanging out of. And I'm just going to be making a cute little farmhouse sign. So once that was all good to go, I ended up using the Dixie Belle bells and whistles farmhouse transfers. I love these things. If you're not new to my channel, you know that I've used almost every single one of these. They are so great for home decor. I'm obsessed with using any sort of rub-on transfer, whether it's from the Dollar Tree or Amazon or Etsy, or it doesn't even matter where it is, but I'm obsessed with this. I decided to use a windmill, and this fit perfect on this piece of wood for a really cute decor piece. All right, next up is these beans and this vase. So what I decided to do was just put a ton of hot glue onto this vase and then just throw these beans on there and cover the entire vase. This took a lot longer than I thought, but I really like the effect and what this looks like when it is completely finished. It actually looked cool even before I decided to spray paint it. So this did take some time, and then I kind of went back in and filled the holes as I was going. But what do you do with beans? I was thinking it would be just a great little vase filler, but then I was like, that is kind of too boring for me. So I was just trying to really go outside of the box with this one. This is what the vase looks like when it is completely covered with pinto beans, and I'm using this Rust-Oleum metallic spray paint in the aged copper, and it actually looks like it didn't even do anything to these beans because it was pretty close to the same color, although it did cover up that yellow. But overall, I think this looks super fun in my home. I just added a little bit of greenery. You could add florals, whatever you want to this, but this is what it looks like against some of the other vases I've created recently in DIY videos. This last one, I made it pretty easy on myself with a mirror. I'm using this Coastal Sage spray paint by Rust-Oleum and spray painting the mirror just to make it a fun little candle holder. I realized in the end I didn't even use that fish, so I don't know whether I will or not. I really thought I used every single thing that Scarlett picked up for me, but I missed one thing. I'm also using the Antique Wax by Waverly just to give this a nice little dry brush, and I love the way this cute little candle holder turned out. But you guys, if you liked this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I would love you to consider sticking around and subscribing. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!